People walk with Almighty, the impossible things became possible. The beautiful things about learning is that nobody can take away from you. It is a valuable asset of every human life. With this wonderful quote, I wish you all a happy morning, and I take immense pleasure to welcome you all in this wonderful session's titled Wireless Data Transmissions Using Latest Technologies. First of all, may call upon Dr. A. Ambedkar, the head Associate Professor, PG, Department of Computer Science, to deliver the welcome address. Please, sir.
Thank you, sir. Welcome and every morning with a smile. Look on the new day as another success from your creator. Another golden opportunity to complete what you were unable to finish yesterday. Good morning to each one of you present today. It is a moment of extreme pleasure to welcome the guests who are present here to attend this maiden international webinar of the PG Department of Computer Science. I wish to extend my deep appreciation to the Honorable President Correspondent, immediate development, our Dr. and beloved institution, and beloved Welcome Villa, Dr. S. Villa, for supporting efforts to further develop the role of research and exploration in the campus. On behalf of our institution and PG Department of Computer Science, I offer my regards to all the esteemed guests of honor and the enthusiastic participants joining us. I convey my regards to the chief guest of the day, Dr.D.Balaganesh, Dean Faculty of Computer Science and Multimedia, Lincoln University, Malaysia. Thank you so much, sir, for accepting our invitation and spending your precious time with us. The schedule of the seminar will focus on the topic wireless data transmission using latest technology. It will include more issues to address the full aspect of the topic. I wish this webinar enlighten us all and provide us with approaches to deal with the problems of tomorrow. Giving encouragement to others is a gift. For the result of it are lifted spirits, increased self-worth, and a hopeful future. Thank you everyone who made this webinar possible with your opinions and views. Once again, I welcome you one and all. Thank you.
Thanks, Dr. Ambedkar, sir, for that warm welcome address. Next, may I now request our beloved principal, Dr. S. Murugesan, sir, to introduce the chief guest, Dr. Balaganesh, to the gathering. Please, sir.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Satyamurthy and Dr. Ambedkar. Very good morning, one and all present here. Most respected today's chief guest, Dr. Balaganesh. He is a Dean, Faculty of Computer Science and Multimedia, Lincoln University College, Malaysia. Most respected in absence here, our Secretary and Correspondent, respected Dr. Ambedkar, HOD of PG Department, respected Satyamurthy and other faculty members for today's function. Now, our PG Department of Computer Science today organizing an international seminar. It is a great milestone in our college. Now it is a time to introduce our chief guest to this august gathering. Dr. Balaganesh is a Dean of Faculty Computer Science and Multimedia, Lincoln University College, Malaysia. He is one of the key members of Lincoln University College. He got more than 19 years of professional teaching experience, which include overseas experience in India, Oman, and Malaysia. He has in-depth knowledge of information technology and latest wireless fidelity. His familiar research area is malware detection, web mining, and open source technology. He has given training in mobile application, open source ERP, software testing, and MySQL. He has developed software applications, timetable automation, online exam, also published a book, computer application in business. He has ability to explain technical concept and ideas in a clear and precise way. He has been actively involved in professional bodies, elected member in the Michigan Association for Computer Users in Learning, USA, member in International Association Engineers, Hong Kong, member in Institute of Engineering Research and Publication, member in Computer Science Teacher Association, New York, and then he serves as editor, editorial board member, technical committee, reviewer of international journals such as Arab, Poland, Europe, USA journals. He serves as international committee members towards international conference conducted in association with Springer and Scopus. And I am very happy to have such a personality in our midst today. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Our beloved principal, Dr. S. Murugeshans, always support the faculty members to do innovative activities to explore new ideas in our college campus. Thank you, sir. Now, may I request our today chief guest, Dr. Balaganesh, to address the gathering. Over to you two, sir. Please, the stage is yours.
Thank you all. Thank you all. My voice is audible. Is it clear? Is it audible?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir. Please proceed.
Yes. Okay. So thank you all. First of all, I would like to thank our management, Lincoln University College. It's one of the high-ranking Asia-wise, one of the highest ranking university. They are having QC ranking and also the impact ranking university. So they are always encouraging us to such kind of event. They always mention that the pandemic or whatever that any issue, it's never stop to sharing our knowledge. So that's going to be happen. And second thing, I want to thank the organizing committee members and the principal and the management. What they done, it's a great job. They are allowing or motivating like such a kind of academicians to get more knowledge and sharing their knowledge. It's never affect any pandemic situation, nothing. So thank you for the organizing committee members and allow the management to such kind of event. Thank you all of you to allowing me to present such kind of event, to participate in such kind of event. Thank you all. So let's start that the seminar. It's a kind of discussion, and before that, my special thanks to Dr. Ambit Raja to give that allow me to get to use this opportunity. Thank you, sir. So let's start that presentation. It's related to that technology, wireless data transmission using latest technology. So we are going to use many new devices. We are already used so many wireless devices to accessing the data. Lot of new technology is coming. The purpose of new technology, maybe it's based on user friendly, or maybe it's based on high data transmission, high speed data transmission, or it may be compatibility, user friendly, like many such is based on their requirement. It's it's okay, then they can choose the specific kind of wireless devices. Let's start that few kind of wireless data transmission which we already using. The first thing is Wi-Fi, wireless fidelity, and another thing is WiMAX, worldwide interoperability microwave access. So it's a kind of wireless technology which is helpful to transfer our data in high speed, which is helpful to access the data, access the file. So that's we are nowadays we are very regularly using this kind of technology. Apart from that, there is some other technology which is very helpful, and there is some different concept we are using based on the communications, based on the protocols, based on that bandwidth, based on the medium, like different kind of mediums we are using. So let's start that one kind of new technology which is more faster than Wi-Fi, which is more faster than that WiMAX. So normally that Wi-Fi which is cover around 150 feet to 300 feet maximum. So it's covered 300 feet maximum coverage to accessing the data. Then if you choose Y max, then it's cover around the circle coverage. It's near 1 kilometer to maximum 3 to 4 kilometer coverage to access the data. And the data rate throughput, it's if it is Wi-Fi, like it's a start from 100 Mbps speed, or it's 300 Mbps speed, or maximum 500 Mbps speed for second. For second it's possible 500 megabit per second. So that's the maximum capacity of transformation. Today what we are going to discuss, the wireless data transmission, which is cover more than compared to Wi-Fi and WiMAX, this capacity of coverage, it's more than that. Even we can tell it's you can possible to transfer your data from earth to space in wireless. And the data transmission speed, that is data rate, it's within a second. For second there is a possibility to transfer minimum 10 GB to 20 GB per second. Yes,
Sir, sir,
can you
slide
hear?
change ஆகாம இருக்கு சார்.
Sorry.
Slide change ஆகாம இருக்கு சார். கொஞ்சம் check பண்ணி.
Yes, I'm not yet started. Just I give that introductions. I will change.
Okay, sir.
So
Please, sir.
yeah. So the Wi-Fi and WiMAX, the wireless technology, what we are using, it's covered. The coverage is very minimum level, and you have to spend much cost. And the data transmission speed is maximum is 300 Mbps or 500 Mbps, like that. But the technology what we are going to see today, the coverage, there is a possibility to transfer the information, transfer the data from earth to space. It's a possible. Cost wise it's very less. Then the capacity of transmission, that is data rate for second, it's possible to transfer 20 GB per second. So that is a kind of technology we are going to see today in this particular session. So why I give this introduction? First few slides, I will just show you that very basic things about network. So those who are in already participate in this event in the webinar, they already having a good knowledge about this networking and the types of network and all these things. So they feel it's everybody know that thing. So that slide, it's why they are showing all these things. So that's the purpose I'm giving the introduction. So I'm showing this basic things about network. Why it is means, normally the traditional method we are using, these are the some drawbacks we are facing. Using this latest technology, we no need any such kind of specific protocols, specific medium, nothing it's necessary, and cost wise is very cheap, and you can possible to transfer maximum data rate. That's what I give this kind of introductions. So let's start that one by one. So just I give that some introductions. The first thing is basic data transmission system. So we know that the transmission system having that two types of transmission system. So that's the thing we are going to see. Then next we are going to see the transmission system. We are going to see like serial data transmission and parallel data transmission. So if it is serial data transmission, means the data, what's the difference, why we can choose serial or why we can choose parallel. So it's a common thing, everybody know that. Why I'm representing here, so these are all the difference, these are all the some drawbacks. If you choose serial, if you are parallel, means based on that we have to some difficulties, but that kind of difficulty is not in our the latest technology what we are going to see today. Okay, then next we are going to see the component of data transmission, then the types of network, everybody know that, just to for the introduction purpose I add it. Then topology of network, the networking concept, then internet services, what are the types of internet service which is already available, that we are going to see. Then types of communication media, there is wired communication and wireless communication media. From the wired communication media, what are the different types of technology we are using, that's we are going to see. And within wireless, what are the different types of technology we used, that's the thing we are going to see. Then about our technology, so what's the benefit, what is the techniques we used in the latest technology. So that's the thing we are going to discuss. So let's start. The first thing is about data transmission. So the data transmission, as I said earlier, it's two types of data transmission. One is serial data transmission and parallel data transmission. So why we choose serial data transmission means, if we choose serial data transmission, then it's cover the long distance. You can possible to transfer long distance. If you choose parallel, means it's not that much level of transmission, but the data rate, if you choose parallel, it's more faster compared to the serial. So that's a difference here I mentioned. Like serial means it's a 1 bit and parallel means it's a n bit. Then number of line, it's a single line, and this parallel is the n line. Then speed of data transfer, the serial is very slow and parallel is a little bit faster. Cost wise, that's very highlighted things. So why we choose serial, even it is low, but the cost wise it's very low cost. So that's why sometimes we are choosing that serial data transmission. So different kind of applications we are using. So that's a common traditional methods we normally we are following any one of the type of data transmission. The purpose is, if the distance is increased, cost and the data transmission is happen slow. If the data transmission speed is increased, automatically the cost is increased. So this is the kind of things we are the traditional methods we are following. What we are going to see, the new technology, it's opposite to that. You can transfer the high speed, at the same time cost is very slow. So that's a kind of technology we are going to see. So that's why I give this for the comparative study purpose. I given this some of the slides. The next thing is about the component of data transmission. So in the traditional method, commonly what kind of components we need to transfer the data transmission. So everybody know, so if what you want to transfer the data, that means message, then there should be a sender and there should be a receiver. Then there should be a medium. So the specific medium you are using to transfer the data, like radio frequency, like infrared and Bluetooth. Also you can possible to data transfer, but it's not covered that long distance, it's covered very minimum distance. So like that. So what are all the components we are using? Message, sender, receiver, transmission medium, protocol. So these are all the components we are using. So we need to use the specific protocols. We need to use the particular medium and sender and receiver and message. Okay, these are all the components normally in the traditional methods we are using. Then types of network. We need to follow any specific types. That's a traditional method. All of you know well, that is a LAN, MAN, WAN. These are all the kind of types we are using. That's a traditional method we are following, the like such kind of types of networks. Then from the traditional methods, we are using specific topologies like star topology, ring topology, bus topology, hierarchical topology, or mesh topology. So we have to choose any one of the topology to sharing the data. So that's a kind of the things we are using in our normal traditional methods. So that's a network topology. And the network concept. Any data sharing, first thing we need to follow a specific protocols, and we need to use TCP/IP. That means we have to segregate the separate packet, and then based on the IP address we are transferring, and we are using switches to connect a LAN. That is many networks you want to connect. Then router to find that shortest path. We are using the client server model, and bandwidth. So throughput, how much it's possible the throughput. So these are all the normal traditional methods. So these are all the concept we are using to do the networking. Then the service provider, there is many service providers like DSL, cable broadband, fiber optics, Wi-Fi, satellite, mobile branding, GSM and CDMA, like a code divisible multiple access, like global system for mobile communications, like that. The different kind of service providers we are using with some specific technologies. So that's a common traditional methods we are using. So the types of communication media, that's we are coming to that specific area what we are going to discuss in that particular seminar. So type of communication media, so we can split it, the transmission media, in two types, classified in two types. One is wired, another one is wireless. If it is wired, further we can divide, we can classify into electrical conductor, light conductor. If it is light conductor, means it's a fiber optics. Electric conductor means wires or coaxial cable. Then wireless means normally we are using the radio frequency is many kind of technology. As I said earlier, like a microwave access, that is WiMAX, then cellular, speed spectrum, broadcast, satellite, all the things we are using radio frequencies. And few things we are using light frequency. Now we are going to concentrate on this area, light frequency. So the light frequency is the one of the interesting technology for transmission media. Via the light, there is a possibility to transfer the data. The thing is, just if you have an LED light, it's more than enough to transfer the data. So that's the thing we are going to see from this today's webinar concept. So the technology what we are going to see, it's LiFi. It's not high, we cannot highlight its latest. Actually, in the topic I highlight its latest, but can you find, you can get that history, that you can get the detail. Alexander Graham Bell, in the year of 1980, that time itself, he invented photophone. The photophone is a wireless phone, wireless transmission, which useful, the speech is transferred by light beam. So we are telling now it's a LiFi is the new technology. Still, it's under that research area. It's not implemented in many places. Few of the in India also, few of the places they are started to use, but in China, that many places they are started to use that LiFi technology. It's a high-speed data transmission. Within a second, you can possible to transfer more than 20 GB. But still, it's under that research area. It's not practically used. So that's a technology we are going to see from this today's webinar. So the LiFi is coined by Harold, Professor Harold in TED Global, the first time. So it's an optical wireless communication. So what's the benefit of using that LiFi? Means high capacity, high security. So let's see, what do we need an alternate technology? So capacity, efficiency, availability, and security. So that's an advantage of using LiFi technology. So okay, LiFi technology still it's not under practical life. We are not using properly. If we possible to use that LiFi technology, wherever you are having a light, you can access internet. That's a good thing. So everywhere we can access that internet. It's a free of cost. We are possible to access, and it's a high speed accessing. Data transmission is high speed. So it's a visible spectrum. So compared to Wi-Fi or WiMAX, it's we cannot in your normal eye we cannot possible to visible, but this one is the visible spectrum. So that's one of the important things to note. So that's the reason it's a high security. Then how the LiFi is compared to Wi-Fi, it's more benefitable. Let's see. So security wise, high secure, cannot possible to hack. Data transmission is much faster. Its cover range is large. traffic control more better due to high speed and easy availability. Where can be used? Wi-Fi you can use within a range of wireless LAN infrastructures, but LiFi anywhere you can use. Because of the radio frequency and other issues, we cannot use it in inside the flight, inside some secured area, and it will affect that body. Some of the side effect it's there, but in LiFi there is no such thing. You can use it anywhere. Then cost wise, it's cheaper. Working concept is direct binary data. So you can see this diagram. It's not nothing new I'm given here. If you type LiFi in Google, first thing you get these kind of images. This is the way to you can form to access data using LiFi from internet and using LED lamp, and the receiver should be the photo detector. Using that photo detector, then you can connect to your system, you can get that data. So it's a common, if you search it in Google, in LiFi means you get this picture. It's not nothing new. So I'm not talking about anything new. So this is the LiFi technology. This is the formation of the LiFi formation. It's commonly used. So this LiFi, wherever we can use it, means the thing of what kind of application it's possible to use. The first thing is underwater. The LiFi is the application. It's possible to use under the water. So the wireless technology, we can accessing the data under the water. That's a good advantage. Second thing, health sector. The Wi-Fi is not safe to use in hospital and some of the various healthcare sectors. During that such kind of sectors, we can possible to use LiFi is the technology. So if you use that LiFi, internet you got anywhere. That's a main advantage. Then safety and management, it's much safer and almost every instant, and it will be easy for traffic policies to deal with traffic and catch the one who break the rule. So that's a kind of benefitable. It's a LiFi. Okay, I accept that benefit, all this thing, but how can I make it easier? So I need a photo detector. I need to how do I make the connection between this internet to that LED? So what kind of formations I want to do? Whether it is compatible. Earlier you mentioned that it's user friendly. If you're looking the structure and formation, it's not like user friendly. Then how can we frame it? So that's a kind of doubt we have. So that's what I'm going to explain now, how you can create yourself the formation which is possible to transfer the data from source to destination. The LiFi formation, it's very simple. You can do from your home, from whatever the small things you are having. Based on that, you can possible to check yourself. So let's see that. So now what I'm going to show you, it's nothing new. You can see in YouTube LiFi audio transmission, LiFi audio transmission project. means you can get it lot of projects like this. There is a lot of such kind of projects. It's audio transmission project. So from the source having the one device, then you play the music via the LED light. The other side, that means destination is receive the audio. That's a mini project. So many such kind of mini project which is available. You can see in YouTube also, you can get it, so many such kind of project. Just I want to start from that, then I will tell my novelty. So this is the structure, this is the formation from the source side. So from my mobile, from my smartphone, I connected one audio jack cable. It's just like a 3.5 audio cable. So from that, I connect the two wire in the negative, and another one I connected to laser diode. So normally in that project which you can see in YouTube or somewhere, they are used normally that LED. But here I am using laser diode. So connected one part in that laser diode. Then another part I connected 100 or resistor. I think those who are in electrical and engineering side, they know why we are connecting that resistor. The other people, I can make it a simple explanations. Like the resistors, the purpose we are using for control the flow of the current, because the laser current accepting capacity is less, and 9-volt battery sending current capacity is higher. So the resistor is work like a pipe which is transferring the flow, the water flow. It's transferring or controlling the water flow. So that is a kind of work the resistor is doing. So we use that 100 or resistor. Why it is means based on the Ohm's law. Yeah. So this is the source part, and this one is the destination part. So earlier what I told, you need a photo detector. Instead of using the photo detector, you can use solar panel. The solar panel you can connect to the speaker. So from the solar panel connections, you can solar panel connect to the speaker. So the laser beam is, when you reflect to that, laser beam is affect to that solar panel. The solar panel is act like a receiver. Then it's transferring your audio to the speaker. So your mobile phone and speaker, there is no any wired connections. I'm using the medium is the laser beam. It's a light. So light is transferring our audio to the speaker. Using the receiver is the solar panel. So it's nothing new I'm telling. It's a kind of projects, many it's already available. I'm not talking about anything new. So it's already available. You can check it in internet. You can get it, that many such kind of things. Now, so as I said earlier, the resistor, why I'm using that resistor? Because based on the Ohm's law. So Ohm's law, V equal to Ri. So that's a formula, V equal to IR. So the voltage and ampere and ohms. So that's the reason we particularly use 100 or resistor. So based on that 100 or resistor, for that 9-volt battery and capacity of that laser diode, based on that we are choosing 100 or resistor. So based on that, it's possible to transfer your audio from your mobile phone to the speaker without any wire, without Bluetooth, without infrared, nothing. So via only the beam, laser beam, via only, even if it is LED light, if you connect LED light, it's more than enough. You can listen the music from the speaker. So that's a project. Okay, until now I'm not doing anything new, so it's already available. So what's my novelty. What I did new thing here. So that's a thing we are going to see now. So my novelty here is, so the my research area is this is the thing I did. This what I added. The same connections, no changes. I added one prism. It's a glass prism which is reflect the lights. I used this prism in front of the laser beam. So what happening? Once I done that, I got many reflection from the beam. So not only that one or two reflections, I got more than 5 reflections. For my curiosity, what I did, I select 2 or 3 beam. All the beam I used to fix solar panel as a receiver, and I connected a different speaker. That's what I did. So it's a kind of formation of LiFi. It's a new kind of formation. I'm not using that what is that earlier available formation. I used my own formation. So here what I did, the songs from the mobile phone, I can transfer multi-point. How I can use? I'm not use any switch. I'm not use any rotor. I just used a prism. Based on the prism, we got a reflection. The reflection is more than many, like more than 5 to 6 reflection. From the reflection, I used the solar panel as a receiver. Then I can listen music both the speaker. If I fix it 3, I can listen the same song in all the 3 speakers. The output, the one of the highlighted things, all the 3 output you can get in the same clarity. There is no changes. So multi-point data transmission is possible with simple formation. I'm not using any specific devices to transfer. The cost wise is very less. Just I did this concept. But what I did here, I transfer only the audio. I'm not transfer any data, any bits or any file. I'm not transferring any text. I did only audio transmission. Multi-point audio transmission is possible using this LiFi technology. Now, so this is the pattern we are already apply for the pattern. Still it's under process, the pattern. So but this paper I already published in Springer. The paper which I published on 2019, it's in under the Springer publication. The paper is already published in 2019. So this is the Springer conference proceedings. ICT IDS is our conference, International Conference on Technology Innovation on Data Science in 2019. So from this Springer publication, this Springer, I'm the one of the editor. So I'm the one of the editor for this book. So I already published this particular research area. So the pattern also we are applied, it's under process. Okay, until this it's very clear. But here I mention that transmission is only the audio. Is it possible to transfer text? Is it possible to transfer file? That's my second research part. So what I did now, I will show the block diagram. The first block diagram is from the source side. So the block diagram is overall representation. I will show that overall block diagram. So what I'm doing here, the sender is connected to the laser diode and having the power supply. Then it's transferred to the glass prism. The beam is transferred to the glass prism. The glass prism is got reflect. The reflection, we found that any two reflection, the solar panel we used as a solar panel, and I used the solar panel. Then one more new block I added here, it's amplifier. Why I need amplifier? If I transfer only the audio, means it's not a problem, you can receive clearly, there is no issues. If I want to transfer a file or text, I need without noise to get that clear audio, clarity of audio. Then the audio can possible to convert as a text, or the audio is possible to transfer as a file. So that's the reason I added here that amplifier, which is boosting that audio. So I added that amplifier, then you can get the receiver. So it's a block diagram. So that's a overall block diagram. Now I will show you laser block. So from the laser block, instead of last time what I did the mobile is connected to that laser diode. Instead of that, now I am using my laptop from that audio jack. For that audio jack, I used it to connect that 3.5 mm cable, then connected to the 9-volt battery and 100 resistor and laser. It's my source block, that is laser block. And second, solar block. So the receiver having a solar panel. The solar panel is connected to that audio amplifier. The purpose of audio amplifier is boosting the audio. Then that audio amplifier is connected to my laptop mic port. So that's my solar block. So we have seen that laser block and we have seen that solar block. In between, we need the prism block. That's a glass prism. So the solar diode, it's transferring the data, and the data is reflecting by many beams. That's a prism block. So using that, what will happen? You can see the formation 2. This is what the exact formation I did. So the laser block, solar block, prism block. The laser block is transferring the audio or text or file. The file is transferred via the beam. Then the beam is reflecting. The reflection is received by the solar panel. The solar panel is transferred the audio file to the audio amplifier. Then the audio amplifier is transferred to that mic port, and your laptop is receiving the audio. So instead of audio, if I use in my laptop, that is a sender laptop, I can install the app. If I install the app for text to audio transmission, there is a many app is available for text to audio conversion. So in my laptop, from the source, so here I can type the text what I want to send it. Then using the app, the text is converted as an audio file. Then the audio is transferred via the laser beam. Then the audio is received to the solar panel. The audio is boosted with the audio amplifier, and both the laptop, this laptop, I use that application audio to text converter. Here I am using text to audio conversion. Here I am using audio to text conversion. So if I use audio to text conversion, So my audio is transferred again as a text message. So both the laptop is receiving the message. So I'm not using any internet. Without use any internet, I can transfer my text. I can send message to one person to multiple destination, one source to multiple destination. So without internet, there is a possibility to transfer the message from source to multiple destination. So that's a highlighted things. Like if we are in a deep forest, if we are happen some the flight is happening some accident and there is no internet, no satellite, then how can they transfer the message like that? If we have such kind of formations, you can directly send to long distance, because laser beam you can cover until earth to space. Even someone nowadays, many of the message transmission, they are using that laser light to cover the long distance. It's a high speed data transmission. So without internet, there is a possibility to transfer the text. That's a one thing. And second thing, not only text transmission, and also there is a possibility to file transmission. So I have used one kind of application, file transmission application. I installed in all the laptop. Using that file application, so which file I want to transfer, I upload in the tool, I upload in that application, then I click the submit button. That file is converted as an audio. Then the audio is transferred via the laser beam. Then the prism is reflection is received from the solar panel. Then the audio is received to the destination. From the destination, you can use the same application. That application is convert that audio to the file. So you can transfer your word file, you can transfer your image file, you can transfer any file from your source to multiple destination. So file transmission also it's possible multi-point. So multi-point file transmission can possible using LiFi without any internet. I'm not spending much cost for any specific kind of devices. Just you can create yourself is that new formation. So that's a way, it's a formation 2. That's my second paper, which is already going to publish soon, the paper which already written. So using this kind of formations, so what's the benefit? So what I'm going to conclude, the multi-point text sharing and file sharing can possible long distance without internet and without wire. In future scope, this multi-point file transmission using that LiFi, high capacity of data rate, within a second there is a possibility to 20 GB data transmission, can possible to transfer underwater, deep forest, wherever you don't have internet also can possible to transferring your information, your file or your text or your audio to the specific receiver. So that's a advantage, that's a conclusion. So any research, there is some drawbacks would be. So what are the drawback I will mention here? As LiFi having the drawback, the light fidelity, not for this particular novelty having the drawback. I'm talking about the LiFi, the common general drawbacks, what we are going to see. That is the signal cannot penetrate the wall. So we cannot penetrate the wall. The signal is not penetrate the wall. Not only wall, anything, if you hide in between the beam, then you cannot transfer the data. So that one is the drawback. At the same time, we can tell it's an advantage. So if any people is trying to get that information in, they cannot possible to access. If they hide, they cannot access the data. So that's a benefit. At the same time, it's a drawback. Like earth to space or space to earth, you are want to transfer high speed data or high speed message, want to transfer, means that's a possibility to do using this technology. The only work if there is a direct line of sight between source and receiver. So that one I already mentioned. There is a possibility to multi-point transmission. That's I already clear. I explained clearly about that. So it's some of the drawback is there. So in future, the LiFi technology is the one of the easiest technology to transfer the data and very cheap and high speed data transmission is possible. So we expect, or I expect from many, from this particular technology to do the many research on this area. It's really helpful for our world. Like during this pandemic situation, we are doing that online, taking online classes, online thing. We are sharing bulk of data. All this thing, if we use this LiFi technology, it's really benefitable. So that's what I want to share in my webinar. So so the final summary is the LiFi technology is near the beginning technology, which is assumed to provide higher bandwidth based on the demand. LiFi technology is more secure. High-speed data transmission is possible to access wherever you need without affect the environment. That is very important thing. Without affect that environment, many user can access same data rate from a single laser beam. So that's what I'm going to summarize from this topic. So thank you all. So that's all from my side. So any questions we can answer.
Any questions from audience side? I request audience, please, if you have any questions, please. Thank you, sir. Sir, thank you, sir, for your wonderful session. Sir, the technology
Thank you, sir.
discussed with audience and researchers definitely helps to explore new ideas of wireless technology, and especially Sir explained the concept of multi-point text transmissions and multi-point transmission in the underwater communication. Definitely, sir. There is no doubt that techniques will help researchers to do innovative activities in the future. Thank you, sir. Next, I request Dr. S.P. Dino, ma'am, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon. On behalf of PhD Department of Computer Science, I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks on the international webinar, Wireless Data Transmission Using Latest Technology. I thank the Secretary and Correspondent for giving this platform for organizing this international webinar. Thank you, sir. I extend my thanks to our Honorable Chief Guest, Dr.D.Balaganesh, Dean for Faculty of Computer Science, Multimedia Lincoln University College, Malaysia, to take out time from his busy schedule to grace the event. We are really enlightened with your technical knowledge and presence, sir. Thank you, sir. I thank our principal, Dr. S. Murugesan, and vice principals for their support to make this event successful. My sincere thanks to the staff members of various international and national universities and colleges, research scholars who attend this international webinar for making this grand success. A special thanks to our staff members and students for their participation in this international webinar. Finally, thanks to our technical team for making this arrangement to lay this virtual mode in grand success. Thank you, one and all.
Said, once you stop, learning, start dying. While Henry Ford point of view that anyone who keeps learning stay still young. I urge you to and
All the delegates and research scholars kindly give your feedback. Feedback link available only 3 minutes. All the delegates and research scholars kindly fill your feedback form. Sir, thank you very much, sir, for your spending valuable time with us. It's very useful for us and my research scholars and students. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for inviting for such kind of seminars, webinars. It's really a good experience for all of us to sharing the even any pandemic situation or anything. It will not affect the knowledge sharing. It's really helpful. So we need to continue such kind of seminars in futures. It's really helpful for both the sides. Thank you for the management for giving this kind of great opportunity. Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.